Unit 2, Accounts of Not-for-Profit Organization. So here we already saw certain introduction part that these organizations are run only for the for rendering services and not for earning profit, right? And here when the final accounts are being prepared, there are three accounts that are need to be prepared in case of not-for-profit organization, that is receipt and payment account, income and expenditure account, and balance sheet. So these three are the accounts, or the this is the final account that we'll prepare for the not for profit organization. In that we'll see the first one, receipts and payments account. Okay, so here the name itself says receipts and payments, which means we have to enter all the transactions, that is all the cash and bank transactions. Either we receive or make payment, those transactions are to be recorded in the books of accounts. Okay, so basically receipt and payment account is real account in nature because we enter only the cash and bank transactions. Okay, always the receipts and payments account will start with the opening balances of cash and bank and ends with the closing balances of cash and bank, which means both cash and account, sometimes you will have only one balance, either cash or bank also. Okay, but most of the times you will have both the accounts, cash balances and also the opening balances. Here in this account you will enter all the receipts, that is whatever you receive, okay, will be entered in the debit side, and whenever we make any payments, those will be entered in the credit side. And all the transactions, that is whether it can be revenue in nature or capital nature, will be recorded in this account. Okay, and the next important information about receipt and payment is the receipt or payment can be for the current year or the previous year, which means uh, your outstanding amount, or the subsequent years, which means the prepaid amount. Okay, so it can be of any amount, but when you receive or make payment, you have to enter it in the receipt and payment account. And also here, non-cash items like your depreciation, outstanding expenses, these are not shown in your receipts and payments account. Okay, next is steps in the preparation of receipts and payments account. So first is always to record the opening balance of cash in hand and cash at bank. Okay, in the debit side of your receipt and payment account. If you have, at times you may have even bank overdraft. So if you have bank overdraft balance, in that case you will enter this opening balance in the credit side. Okay, that's the first part. Second is all the cash receipts are being recorded on the debit side, and all the cash payments are being made, which are being made are recorded in the credit side, which means whenever we receive any cash, we will enter it on the debit side of the receipt and payment account. Whenever we make payment, that is the expenses, then we will enter it in the credit side of receipt and payment account. Okay, and when you record any cash receipt or payment, you need not distinct or separate your capital and revenue items. You can write as it is. Okay, whether it is for the current year or previous year or the subsequent year, you can directly enter those receipts and payments. You need not distinct whether it is revenue or capital nature. Fourth one is if the total of the debit side is more than the credit side, which means your balancing figure will appear on the credit side, which it shows the closing balance of your cash or bank. In case most of the times, okay, not most of the times, in fact all times, your cash account closing balance will be in the credit side. Okay, bank closing balance alone will at times vary. Sometimes you will get in the credit side as the balancing figure. In that case you will write balance brought down, okay, or carried down, balance carried down, which will be your bank balance. If you get the difference in the debit side, then your bank balance will be shown as bank overdraft, which means you have withdrawn over and above the limit. Okay.